video, I will be giving you the concept of electrostatic potential difference and potential from the line integral of electric field. Thereafter, I will go for the expression for electric potential difference and then the electrical potential due to a point charge and electric potential due to a system of charges. Thereafter, I will go for the electric potential at any point due to an electric dipole, and lastly for the electric field as gradient of potential. Discuss the concept of electrostatic potential difference and potential from the line integral of electric field. Consider a point charge plus q located at the origin O of the coordinate frame O, X, Y, Z as shown in this figure. Field due to charge plus q will be directed along the dotted arrows, that is radially outwards from the charge plus q. Let A and B be 2 points in the electric field of charge plus q and AB be any arbitrary path between the 2 points. The electrostatic potential difference between 2 points B and A in an electric field is defined as the amount of work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from point A to B against the electrostatic force due to the electric field. If V is here capital, VA and VB are electrostatic potential at points A and B in the electric field of point charge plus Q, and WAB is work done in moving it when a singly small positive test charge Q0, then by definition VV minus VA equals to WAB divided by Q0. Suppose that this is equation number 7. Now suppose that any instant the test charge Q0 is at point P such that OP equals to small r. Let E be the electric field at point P due to the source charge plus Q placed at point O. The force on test charge Q0 due to electric field of source charge equals to Q0 E. To keep the charge in equilibrium, and external force capital F equals to minus Q0 E has to be applied on test charge so as to balance the electrostatic force due to the source charge. Further, suppose that the test charge Q0 is moved through an infinitesimally small displacement PQ equals to dl, then small work done is moving the test charge from point P to Q. dW equals to F into dl, that is equals to minus Q0 into E. These are in bracket into dl. Therefore, work done in moving the test charge Q0 from point A to B is given by WAB, there is an which is equal to, there is an integral sign from A to B, dW equal to again an integral sign A to B, in bracket we will write minus Q0 into E into dl, that is we will take out minus equal to, this will be equal to, we will take out minus Q0 out from the sign of the integration EDL, and the integration sign is same, that is A to B. A is lower limit and B is the upper limit. The work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from point A to B, WAB divided by Q0, which is equals to minus, now again the integral sign A to B. A is the lower limit and B is the upper limit, E dl. This is equation number 8. From equation 7 and 8 we have VV minus VA, which is equals to minus and integration sign again, A is the lower limit and B is the upper limit, E dl. This is equation number 9. Hence the electrostatic potential difference between 2 points B and A in an electric field is equal to the negative of the line integral of the electric field between the points A and B. To define and express electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field, consider the points A is located at infinity. The electrostatic potential at a point at infinite distance from charge plus Q to Q is 0. As such, the electrostatic potential difference between point B and point A in bracket at infinity bracket close will be just the electrostatic potential at point B. Likewise, the electrostatic potential at a point is defined as below. The electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field is defined as the amount of work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from infinity to that point against the electrostatic force due to the electric field. If VB is electrostatic potential at point B in the electric field of point charge plus Q, and W infinity B is work done in moving it a vanishingly small positive charge Q naught from infinity to point B, then by definition BV equals to W infinity B divided by Q naught, which is equation number 10. By proceeding as above, it can be obtained that work done in moving the positive test charge Q naught from infinity to point B, W infinity B equals to minus Q naught. Here again integral sign infinity to B. Infinity in the lower limit and B is in the upper limit, EDL. Therefore, work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from infinity to point B, W infinity B divided by Q naught equals to minus, there is an integration sign again, infinity is in the lower limit and B is in the upper limit, EDL. This is equation number 11. From equation 10 and 11 we have VV equals to minus integration sign, infinity in the lower limit and B in the upper limit, EDL. This is equation number 12. The electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field is equal to the negative of the line integral of the electric field between infinity and that point. Now there is a problem to understand which is related to this topic. Now here is given work is done in moving a positive charge of 0.5 coulomb between 2 points. What is the potential difference between these points? So the answer will be, now we know VV minus VA equals to WAB divided by Q naught, which is equals to 5 by 0.5 equals to 10 volt. Now the second topic, expression for electric potential difference. How we will express the electric potential difference? The electrostatic potential difference between 2 points in an electric field may be defined as the amount of work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from one point to the other without acceleration in bracket against the electrostatic force due to the electric field. Since potential difference is defined as the work done per unit positive charge between 2 points, it is a scalar quantity. Now consider that a point charge plus Q is placed at point O and points A and B are at 2 points in the electric field of the point charge plus Q. Let small ra and small rb be the distance of points A and B from the point charge plus Q as shown in the figure. That VA and VB are electric potential at the points A and B respectively. If WAB is the amount of work done in moving a vanishingly small positive test charges Q naught from point A to B, then VB minus VA equals to WAB divided by Q naught. This is equation number 13. Suppose that at any instant the test charge is at point P. If E is electric field at point P due to charge plus Q placed at point O, then force on the test charge Q naught due to the electric field of the source charge equals to Q into E. The external force to be applied is given by F equals to minus Q naught E. Suppose the test charge moved through infinitesimally small displacement P equals to dl, then small work done to move the test charge from point P to Q dw equals to FdL, that is equals to minus q naught into E multiplied by small dl. Then it is equal to minus q naught E dl cos 180 degree, which is equals to q naught E dl. As the test charge is moved from point A to B, the distance r decreases in the direction of displacement dl. For this reason, the distance dl is taken as minus dr. Therefore dw equals to q naught into E multiplied by minus dr, which is in bracket, which is equals to minus q naught E dr. Now electric field at point P due to charge plus q, E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square. Therefore dw equals to minus q naught in bracket 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q by r square bracket close dr, which is equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught divided by r square multiplied by dr. Hence work done in moving the test charge q naught from point A to B is given by WAB equals to, and there is an integration sign. The lower limit is A and the upper is B dw, which is equals to, again an integration sign, RA in the lower limit and RB in the upper limit, minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught divided by r square into dr, which equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q naught, and integration sign RA in the lower limit, RB in the upper limit, r to the power minus 2 dr, which is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q naught. There is a mod sign, r to the power minus 1 in the upper numerator side, in the denominator minus 1, and mod is closed, RA in the lower side, RB in the upper side, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught. There is again a mod sign, 1 in the numerator and r in the denominator, and RA and RB after closing the mod sign, or WAB equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught in bracket 1 by RB minus 1 by RA. This is equation number 14. From the equation 13 and 14 we have VB minus VA equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q in bracket 1 by RB minus 1 by RA. This is equation number 15. Now unit of electrostatic potential difference. The SI unit of potential difference is volt. In SI, work and charge are measured in joule and coulomb respectively. Therefore, from equation 13 and 13, the SI units of potential difference is also given by 1 volt in capital V in bracket equal to 1 joule divided by 1 coulomb, which is equal to 1 joule per coulomb. That is J capital C over that is minus 1. The electrostatic potential difference between 2 points is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to the other in bracket without acceleration against the electrostatic force due to electric field. Now there is a note here: if the source charge is located at a point whose position vector is r, then VB minus VA equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q in bracket close. That is the bracket starts 1 by mod RB minus R, mod closed. Now minus 1 by numerator, 1 is in the numerator, there denominator mod sign RA minus R dash. So this is equation number 16. Now there are some cases. We will go from first case, that is a point charge, electrical potential due to a point charge. The electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field may be defined as the amount of work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from infinity to the point in bracket without acceleration against the electrostatic force due to the electric field. It is scalar quantity. Consider a point charge plus Q placed at point O. Suppose that VA is electric potential at point A, whose distance from the source charge plus Q is RA. Come on, let us see the figure. W infinity A is work done in moving a vanishingly small positive test charge Q0 from infinity to point A. Then VA equals to W infinity A. These are small, underneath it written W. There is then the denominator Q0, which is equation number 17. This is the equation 16, 17, 14, 13. What I am telling, these are all the equation of the electric potential chapters. Now suppose that at an instant the test charge is at point P. The electric field E, due to the charge plus Q, exert force Q naught E on the test charge placed at point P. The test charge can be moved against this force without acceleration by applying an external force F equals to minus Q naught E on it. If the test charge Q naught is moved through infinitesimally small displacement EQ equals to dl, then small work done is given by dw equals to fdl, which is equals to minus Q naught E into dl, which is equals to minus Q naught E dl cos 180 degree, which is equals to Q naught E dl, or dw equals to minus Q naught E dr, where, as discussed in last section, dl has been taken as minus dr, as the distance small r decreases in the direction of dl. Since E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square, we have dw equals to minus Q naught in bracket 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square bracket close dr, which is equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q naught divided by R square dr. Hence, work done in moving the test charge from infinity to point A is given by W infinity A equals to integration sign integration infinity to A dw equals to, again an integration sign, infinity in the lower limit, RA as the upper limit, minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 divided by R square dr equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught, integration sign infinity to the RA r to the power minus 2 dr, which is equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught. Now mod sign r to the power minus 1 in the numerator and denominator minus 1, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught mod 1 by r mod closed, then the lower limit is infinity and the upper one is RA, which is equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught in bracket closed 1 by RA minus 1 by infinity equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught in bracket 1 by RA minus 0, now bracket closed, or W infinity A equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q naught by RA. From equation 17 and 18, we have VA equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by RA. See, I will make you clear wherever you feel that I am going very fastly. You can pause the video and study it so that you may be clearing all those equations, all those steps of the equations, and to understand it better. From equations 17 and 18, we have VA equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by RA. In case the distance of point A is from the charge plus Q is denoted by R in bracket in place of small ra bracket close, then subscript A may be dropped if V denotes the electrostatic potential at any point at distance small r from the charge plus Q, then V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R. This is equation number 19. Here every time you have to refer the figure. because you are not getting while I am telling or speaking. So unit of electrostatic potential. The unit of electric potential is also volt. 1 volt, that is in capital V, equals to 1 joule per coulomb. The electrostatic potential at a point is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb from infinity to that point, that is in bracket, without acceleration against the electrostatic force due to electric field. Note, if the source charge is located at a point whose position vector is r, then V, capital V, equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught in numerator q, in denominator mod sign, under that r minus r dash. Now there is a problem related to this. Calculate the electric potential at the surface of a gold nucleus, given the radius of the nucleus equals to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 15 meter and atomic number of gold equals to 79. The solution of this: here charge on gold nucleus, Q equals to ZE, Z is capital, and E is smaller one, that is equals to 79 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. That is radius of gold nucleus R equals to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Therefore, electric potential at the surface of the nucleus, capital V, equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R. That is equals to 9 into 10 to the power 9 equal to 79 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 15, which is equals to 1.724 into 10 to the power 7 volt as a result. Now the different case: electric potential due to a system of charges. Let us now find electrostatic potential at point P due to a group of point charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on Qn, lying at a distance R1, R2, R3 and so on Rn from point P. Here is the figure to understand. The electrostatic potential at point P due to these charges is found by calculating electrostatic potential at point P due to each individual charge, considering the other charges to be absent, and then adding up this electrostatic potential algebraically. The electrostatic potential at point P due to charge Q1 when other charges are considered absent. V1 equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 by R1. Similarly, electrostatic potentials at point P due to individual charges Q2, Q3 and so on Q1 when other charges are absent are given by V2 equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q2 by R2, V3 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q3 by R3 and so on. Vn equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Qn by Rn. Hence, electrostatic potential at a point P due to group of n point charges V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus and so on till plus Vn equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 by R1 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q3 by R3 plus and so on plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn, which equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 plus Q3 by R3 and so on plus Qn by Rn, or V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and integration sign again, I equals to 1 to n Q1 by R1, which is equation number 21. Now there is a note. There are two notes here. The note 1 is, in case the electric charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on Qn are located at points whose position vectors are R1, R2, R3 and so on till Rn, then electrostatic potential at a point at location R can be found by making use of equation 20. Therefore, electrostatic potential due to the discrete distribution of charge is given by capital V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration sign I equals to 1 to n q I divided by mod R minus Ri, mod sign closed. This is equation number 22. Here Ri is position vector of the ith charge Qi. Now number 2, note it can be easily deducted that electrostatic potential at location R, here A due to the line charge distribution L is given by V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here integration sign, the lower limit is L, lambda dl by mod R minus R dash. This is equation number 23. Now B case, due to the surface charge distribution S is given by V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. There is an integration sign S in the lower limit, poise ds divided by mod R minus R dash, mod sign close. This is equation number 24. Now C, now this C case, and due to the volume charge distribution V is given by V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, integration sign V is the lower limit, rho dV divided by mod R minus R dash. This is equation number 25. Here in equation 23, 24 and 25, lambda, poise and rho are linear charge densities, surface charge density and volume charge density respectively, and R dash is position vector of the elementary portion dl, ds or dv of the linear surface or volume charge distributions. Electric potential at any point due to an electric dipole. This is another topic. Now consider an electric dipole AB having charge minus q at point A and charge plus q at point B. Let O be the center of the dipole and P be any point at a distance small r from its center, where electric potential due to the dipole to be determined. Let angle POB equals to theta. See the figure to understand more. The potential at point P due to charge minus q, V1 equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q by PA, and the potential at point P due to the charge plus q, V2 equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q by PB. Therefore, net potential at point P due to the dipole V equals to V1 plus V2 equals to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q by PA plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q by PB, or V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q in bracket 1 by PB minus 1 by PA, bracket close. This is equation number 26. To find PB and PA, draw BN perpendicular to OP and AM perpendicular to PO after producing it. From right angle triangle AMO, we have cos theta OM by OA equals to AM by A, or AM equals to A cos theta. In case the length of the dipole is very small as compared to distance small r, then PA equals to PM, which is equals to PO plus OM equals to RA plus small r plus small a cos theta. Similarly, it can be obtained that PV equals to R minus A cos theta. The equation 26, substituting from PA and PV, we have V equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q in bracket 1 by R minus A cos theta minus 1 by R plus A cos theta, bracket closed, is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q in bracket R plus A cos theta minus R plus A cos theta in the numerator side. Now in denominator, R square minus A square cos square theta, which is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q multiplied again by 2a cos theta in the numerator and denominator r square minus a square cos square theta. Since q into 2a equals to v, the electric dipole moment of the dipole, the above equation becomes v equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by p cos theta in the numerator and denominator r square minus a square cos square theta. This is equation number 27. The equation 27 gives an electric potential due to the dipole at a distance small r from its center in a direction making an angle theta with the dipole. Now special cases. Let us find the electric potential due to the dipole in the following two cases. Number 1. When point P lies on the axial line of the dipole, in such a case theta equals to 0 degree and cos theta equals to cos 0 degree equals to 1. Therefore, the equation 27 gives V axial equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by small p on the numerator and denominator r square minus a square. This is equation number 28. In case a is very small than small r, then V axial equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by p in the numerator and r square in the denominator. This is equation number 29. Now number 2. When point P lies on the equilateral equatorial line of the dipole, in such a case theta equals to 90 degree and cos theta equals to cos 90 degree equals to 0. Therefore, the equation 27 gives V equatorial equals to 0. This is equation number 30. Now note, for derivation of expression for electric potential due to a dipole at a point on its axial and equatorial lines independently, refer to equatorial lines independently. We have to refer the short answers questions which I will be giving you later on. Now, electric field as a gradient of potential. Consider a point charge plus q placed at point O. Suppose that V and V plus dV are electrostatic potentials at point P and Q, whose distances from the charge plus q are small r and r minus dr respectively. See the figure, you understand it step by step till the topic ends. dW is the amount of work done in moving a vanishingly small positive test charge Q0 from point P to Q. Then V plus dV equals to V plus dV minus V equals to dW by Q0, or dV equals to dW divided by Q0. This is equation number 31. If E is the electric field at point P due to charge plus Q placed at a point O, then the test charge Q0 experiences a force equals to Q0 E, and the external force required to move the test charge, that is in bracket without acceleration, against the electric field E is given by F equals to minus Q0 E. For work done to move the test charge through an infinitesimally small displacement PQ equals to dl. Here L is small, and wherever I have referred W, that is work done, is capital W, V is capital V, and dl here is small l, and E is always capital. So dW equals to FDL equals to in bracket minus Q0 E bracket close dl, and these all are in vector form. W except W, all E and F are in vector form. Now which is equals to minus Q0 E dl cos 180 degree, which is equals to Q0 E dl. As the distance r decreases in the direction of dl, the distance dl is taken as dr. Therefore, the above equation becomes dw equals to minus Q0 E dr, or dw divided by Q0 equals to minus E dr. This is equation number 32. of this very chapter, electric potential. Now from the equation 31 and 32 we have dV equals to minus EdR, or E equals to minus dV upon small dr, which is the equation number 33. Therefore electric field at a point is equal to the negative gradient of the electrostatic potential at that point. The negative sign indicates that the direction of E is always in the direction of decrease of electric potential. Further, it may be noted that potential gradient is a vector quantity. Its direction is opposite to that of E. That is the direction in which electric potential decreases. Now, what is the unit of potential gradient? In SI, the unit of potential gradient is volt per meter. That is capital V small m to the power minus 1. Now, this problem is related to this topic. Two parallel plates are 5 cm apart at a potential difference of 60 volt is set up across them. Find the electric field intensity between the two plates. The solution of this, here dV equals to 60 volt, dr equals to 5 cm, which is equals to 0.05 meter. Now E equals to minus dV upon dr, which is equals to minus 60 upon 0.05, which is equals to minus 1200 volt per meter. The negative sign indicates that electric field is directed in the direction of decreases of potential. Now the second video I will be making for the forthcoming video will be on equipotential surfaces. So wait till